Hello, this is Kyle Ravenborn, and welcome to my playthrough of The Witcher Enhanced Edition. Keep in mind, I will not be completing this game 100%, nor will I be choosing the best or happiest route. I will be playing this mostly blind, and making choices as if this was my own personal playthrough. So if I like someone, I will help them and try and keep them alive, and if I don't, I will see to it that they perish. And if I happen to have a moral dilemma, you'll get to see my blubbering self here, live on screen. And with that out of the way, there's nothing left to do but to begin. Shall we?
The northern kingdoms nursed their wounds for 5 years after the Great War. Plague and famine raged, the death toll unknown. A few surviving elven and dwarven units sought refuge amidst forests, where they prepared for a final, desperate fight. Abominable beasts ruled backwoods, highways, and former battlefields alike. In cities and villages, folk were left wondering what had happened to the Witchers. The Blue Mountains in the north of Kedwen, the year 1270. 5 years after the Great War.
Everything's all right. I've no idea where you've been. The important thing is you're alive and among friends. Though you look like you just left your grave.
I remember nothing.
We'll speak soon enough. We're nearing Kaer Morhen. We're home. Leo, get Triss.
Your time nears its end, witches. Enjoy things while you can.
Wrong, you missed the parry. I keep repeating this. Pirouette always followed by a back cross parry. Always.
Barely 2 days have passed since they found you.
I owe my recovery to you. Thank you, Triss.
Remember anything?
done much. Look below. I know the moves. Pirouette, parry, cut. I can't explain it, but I feel a bond when we speak. I know you were important.
Geralt, we...
I need to think.
Time flows slowly at Kaer Morhen.
Ha! It worked!
Not bad. Take a rest. What do you think, Geralt? Is he ready for the path?
Wait for the rest. He's alone. The Professor promised 50 orange for every freak we kill.
He's mine!
Vesemir, we got company.
I'm shutting the gate. Geralt, grab a sword off the training forms.
Alright, and with that we are under attack. I will be skipping over most of these tutorials because really they tend to be redundant as well as just things you already know and poorly paced, really. I'll be going over things as we come across them and as I feel they are important. For now, let's pick this up. Alright. Always keep close attention to the cursor. Alright. Walking works like it does in every game.
How do you feel?
Fine.
Anyone know who the intruders are?
Ordinary bandits would never attack Kaer Morhen.
That we know, Marigold. You could try some of your famous magic.
In due time, Lambert.
Enough! We need to check the other possible passages to the upper courtyard.
What's happening?
They're trying to break down the gate!
They won't get anywhere without a battering ram.
Shit! What is that?
A frightener. One mean beast.
Savola. I know him. A mage as ambitious as he is insane.
They're coming up here. Get ready!
There's more! They're entering the upper courtyard!
The one in glasses is the Professor. Murder for hire. I sense magic. There's a sorcerer among them.
Professor, you know the way. Get to it.
The Professor is wanted in Redania, Temeria, and Kedwin. A real maggot. I don't recognize the sorcerer.
Marigold, I'm interested in whether you can disarm Savola. The rest is witch's work.
I'll try.
They're coming.
The frightener is very dangerous, but it's vulnerable to loud noises.
The bell's in the upper courtyard.
Exactly. Eskel, Lambert, you'll help me stop the Frightener and the bandits. Leo, stay behind us. Geralt, you open the gate to the upper courtyard. When we're there, Triss can stop Savola and his pet while we prepare to deal with the Professor and the unknown mage.
I'll figure something out.
Let's do this. Lead them a bit down here before withdrawing. Geralt, follow the wall and break through to the tower.
Alone?
They're just bandits, though one might be infamous. You must open the gate. We'll be waiting. Good luck, Wolf.
Sorry about that little hiccup in the audio. Alright. Here they teach you about combos. It's pretty simple, just watch the reticle, and whenever it glows yellow, hit again. Here we're shown multiple enemies at once. Thankfully, at least for now, they don't seem to like to attack you multiple at a time. And I've stunned him, making it so I can immediately kill him. It's a pretty cool thing. This can be upgraded with skills later. Sorry that there's not much to say, it's just... this tutorial section pretty much speaks for itself.
I'll make you scream.
Another 2 enemies. You can take them down really quickly if you just make sure to keep your combos going. No one's dropping anything yet, but that'll change soon enough. Alright, if you happen to see a faster enemy, they will be able to simply weave through your stronger attacks. So make sure to switch to the cat foes so you can push them back and end up dealing damage. Wow, he just flew. Okay. Guess you didn't want to hang out with me. Z, X, and C are your stances in combat, whether or not you're doing a strong, fast, or group attack. We don't see group yet, but they will be introducing it to us later, and it will be useful.
You'll regret the day you were born.
And don't screw up your combos like I just did. If you see a crossed sword at any point, then it's a bad idea to click the button to attack. It's literally just clicking the left button over and over again. Now it's telling you if you hit space, you'll get this little cursor going on, where you can select different things, whether or not you're in combat using your steel sword, silver sword, or an offhand weapon, whether you're in strong style, fast style, or group style, as well as looking at the mini-map, time of day, and various different system modes. But besides that, you won't see me using it often. Switch to fast mode.
Mess with me and die.
Switch back to strong. For right now, if you're in the style that enemies are weak to, you'll find it almost impossible for them to actually attack you back.
through here. Follow me, back to Savola.
Alright. About now is when enemies start dropping things, so be sure to keep an eye out. You'll notice that that if you've got an enemy who's strong, who's weak against a certain type, if you use another type of attack, they'll actually generally bounce it back to you. Like this guy in fast mode, you'll see sparks fly and I kind of whip my arm back. So if I switch back to strong attacks, instead of doing that, I actually am able to make a hit and continue my combos. Now, if you ever want to double check to see, hey, did I leave something behind? All you gotta do is hit Alt, and it'll show any and all interactable items, enemies, containers, stuff like that. So you notice this guy has the Remains title. That means he's got something you can pick up. So, there actually isn't anyone else with Remains? Interesting. But up until this point, you weren't able to get any drops from anyone. These guys are... Alright. Alright. Two and a three. That's how many licks it takes to get to the center of a warrior. And no drops. Sometimes you get really lucky, sometimes you just get absolute abhorrent luck. There we go, opening it up for our friends so they can come through. Just in time, it looks like.
It's a miracle you're alive.
You could have told me about the stairs.
Lambert and Eskel were supposed to fix them yesterday.
We're not masons.
No matter. The professor and the other mage must be hiding in the keep.
Face the truth, Witchers. They're here to rob you.
Triss, child, we have nothing of value. Some good steel snow fox pelts.
I mean the laboratory and you know it. Someone wants your famed mutagens.
You're jumping to conclusions.
Triss may be right. We need to find out what they want.
One thing at a time. We shouldn't turn our backs on a strong mage leading a frightener.
And you can't let the bandits in the lab.
Right as usual, Triss. Geralt, you've dealt with mages. Find out what this one wants. Leo will guide you.
Just reconnaissance, or...?
No one will be sorry if some of them lose their heads. You'll manage, Wolf. Just remember Leo's with you.
I can handle this. We'll see what's happening inside and be back.
Take these potions just in case. Drink the Thunderbolt now and keep Swallow for when you need healing. I'll be able to tell you how they work. We'll make sure no one else gets inside. Triss, stay with us in case Savola has any new ideas.
Alright, potions. Potions are good. Up until now, I'm sure you've noticed, swords combat is pretty simple. But with potions, things get a little deeper. So, there are a couple different types of potions, but the ones we've been given now are a restorative potion and a status potion. Restoratives aren't actually insta-cures. They more give you extra regeneration, both out of battle and in battle, instead of like, say, immediately healing 50 points, it'll raise regeneration to 5 points per second, something along those lines. Stat potions, like the Thunderbolt, will give you an increase in a certain stat, while most of the time also decreasing other stats. For example, this Thunderbolt we've been given will raise your outgoing attack by 100%, while lowering dodge and parry a chance by 50%. This is something you'll see very often and comes up often enough. Continuing to inventories in general, you've got 2 slots, one for a rusty, one for a iron sword, a heavy weapon, and a silver sword. We've also got this short weapon, but that's mostly used for, like, carving carcasses and stuff like that. We've got rings and sigils, as well as a potion quick slot. All kinds of stuff. You'll get more stuff later, and I'll try to point things out as we go along. We've also got reagents, as well as the normal satchel. This will fill up quickly. I've found that if you just end up picking up everything, this will fill with a bunch of little tiny restorative items. So far in my playthrough, I haven't discovered a way to store extra swords. I've seen more swords drop, but I have yet to see more swords become available. And with that, I believe we are done for this episode. Thank you for joining me, and next time we will be heading into the lab and making sure we know exactly what our enemy is up to. Until then, it was nice seeing you. Until next, our paths cross.